Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the testing and knife demo of the Borne and Fired knives. Differentially heat-treated AEBL steel. We will give you another look at it this time, just going slow. Alright, so you saw how it worked on food. So now we're going to do stuff that you would see around the house, and then of course a little bit with wood to see how it would perform around camp. What I'm going to do is just move the camera in closer so that you can just get a really good look at the cutting of the material itself, and we will go from there. So stay tuned. I'm really excited about this part. Alright, so first things first. How's it going to do with Paracord? Because every camper, hiker, backpacker, everybody has that. Obviously effort, so we'll double that up. Oops, I'll let go of that one. Let's do another piece. A little harder to feel it with gloves on. It doesn't help when you keep letting go. Right through two, which, I mean, honestly, that's not even really much of a test of a knife. At least not one of this caliber, because, I mean, as sharp as it was on the food, you pretty much know it's going to go through that. So, something else you may have around your house that you need to cut through, or potentially around a campsite. I got some manila rope here. I use this for cut test or edge retention test. This stuff is really hard on blades. I'll tell you that in a second. And this is a 1/2 inch thick manila rope. No real effort getting through this stuff. I mean, you got to push down a little bit, but this rope is really, really tough, so that's kind of to be expected. I've tested it with other steels, and it's kind of all the same. All right, so fairly easy on the, we'll do one more cut of the manila rope. And yeah, definitely takes care of that pretty easily. Now, if you're around camp and you had to make a emergency container, or even just a container because you forgot one or something like that, you may have to effortlessly, wow, I really was hardly even pushing. So this way, if you needed to make a cup, if you needed to make a filter of some sort, or just a container to filter things out, very easy with something like that. So got to try it on a much harder plastic. Wow. Once again, just seriously goes right through that like it's nothing. Let's just take it down a little further. Keep testing this edge out. Yep, it's definitely going to get it done. So now you have yourself a makeshift cup or some type of container, which I'd be careful with that because that's going to probably cut you. But at least if you needed to, you would have something while you're in the woods. Obviously, you're always going to need to know if your camp knife will strike a ferro rod, and this does feel like it has a good spine on it, so definitely going to get that done. This is really important for me, and any knife that I carry into the woods is making sure that I know I can do this, because obviously starting a fire is pretty important. But as you can see, I am here in my garage, so I cannot do that. But it has just been really misty, overcast, kind of windy and rainy today. So coming in here was pretty much my only option. Alright, so around your house, if you're like me, you're going to have a lot of cardboard or Amazon packages showing up because you review a lot of gear and you're always ordering stuff. So let's just cut off a piece, and then we'll I mean, this is such a thin knife. I had zero concerns or worries that it would just eat up cardboard. Because, yeah. And obviously, I have to do this kind of frequently. Sometimes I save up cardboard from my packages just so I can use them for cutting tests and stuff like that to test edge retention on my knives. But as you can see, it is literally, oops, just gonna fold it. No effort whatsoever. Now this cardboard is probably just a little damp because it's been in the garage for a while, but I mean, as you can see, it's just going to keep going as long as you can hold it up. No issues with that. Now, for probably the hardest part of the test, let's just go ahead and see. Now, like I said in the first part, this is not going to be a knife that you baton with because of how thin it is. Because I believe it's just over 2 millimeters. I'm almost 100%. I mean, I definitely know it's less than 3. And this wood I got out of my backyard that I had bought a truckload of. Or no, this is I got from a friend. So this is definitely a little greener. But as you can see, this is having zero issues with feather sticking. And obviously if you need to get a fire started, this is a very important part of it. If you are out, you do not have any fire accelerants or fire starters with you, I'll let you get a look at it from both angles. So pretty easy on that. If you just wanted to shave off bits of wood, obvious. Wow, I mean, it's just sailing right through this stuff. So let's give it a little bit of a notching try here. This would be about the most I would do with it as far as hitting it with something, just to give you an idea of how thin that really is, right? Little piece of wood I just shaved off. Definitely really lightweight. I will put the weight of it on the description below, or probably pop it down on the bottom of the screen right about now, just to see, or so you know, in case you want Thomas to make you something like this. And I would highly recommend it, because this man is a master. Clean this up a little bit. You hear it just biting in that wood? Oops. See, that's why you wear gloves. Alright, now when you're using it like this, of course, you're also going to test to see if it rolls that edge. And I believe this is a 58 plus Rockwell hardness. And obviously the spine, since it is differentially heat treated, is going to be softer, because that's his point. So perfect little square notch there if you're linking things together. We'll try also like a pot hanger knot. So if you're hanging your food to cook over the fire. or the square one if you're just going to be linking stuff together. Hopefully it's still in frame on that. It's only disadvantage to a GoPro. Alright, so if you want to do a pot hanging knot, got no issues doing that. I mean, I could bring this out a little deeper. I think you're going to get it. Maybe we could do one more. See how it just breezes right through this stuff. Try not to take all day, because I know watching somebody carve a notch isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but knowing that a knife has the ability to do it or not is pretty important. Oops. All right. It's stuck on that one piece. Alright, so another type of hanging notch too, and obviously you could sit there and take this and carve it down further behind this part of the notch if you really wanted to clean it up. And obviously this is a strong enough tip to still do all this. But yeah, definitely notches. Houston, we have a problem. After I finished filming the video, I went back and looked at it and during the editing process and realized that somehow the SD card got corrupted and it cut off 11 or so minutes into the 16-minute video. But pretty much I'd already gotten done with all the cutting tasks that I was going to do, all the testing on it for the what I like to call out-of-box review. Durability testing will be coming in the future for longer term use, but just to show you, because I think I was doing this when I cut it, it did clean this up quite nicely, right? And so once again, this was the feather sticking. Let's look at it from that side. Cut plastic, cut cordage. No problems with any of it. Really enjoyed it. I promise you, I did not touch up the edge. I cleaned it off because I thought the review was over. But like I said, when I went back, the SD card was recorded, so now I'm using this on my phone. Just as an ending, because honestly, like I thought about refilming it. I was like, but then that's not a true out-of-the-box review or first-time testing review. So figured I would just go with this. So I apologize for that. But just to show you how the edge holds up afterwards. So, great edge retention on that so far. Like I said, what a beautiful knife. So, what do I think? What's my opinion? And who is this for? Pretty much anyone who is into the outdoors. This is a great companion knife. Obviously you would want to carry something larger in case you had to process larger pieces of firewood if you didn't have an axe or saw. This could be great for hunting. Could also be really good, you know, kitchen knife. If you just like a really tactical kitchen knife, this definitely fits the bill. Also collectible. 100%, because this is definitely not something that one of your friends is going to whip out and show you that they have as well. Like with any other production knife, I mean, it strikes a fire still, so fire starting. I mean, there's so many uses. Even though this blade is, you know, super thin, it's still incredible. And I didn't doubt it at all, because I know Thomas just makes phenomenal blades. Just excellent craftsmanship. The fact that it's differentially heat treated, I just can't say enough how much I really enjoy using this. And stay tuned for the camping videos that are going to be coming, because you're going to see this in them. I promise you that. And then I'll keep you posted as far as the long-term durability and edge retention on it. Alright guys, hopefully this will help you in finding a new knife for yourself. You definitely have to check out Thomas Rice, because I guarantee you will not be disappointed, guys.